Until 2.5 years ago, the Taliban ruthlessly ruled this village called Matani Adezai in the northwest of Pakistan. But then locals started taking the law into their own hands.
वो लोगों को इधर नमाज के वक्त पकड़ कर ज़बरदस्ती मस्जिद में भेजते थे कि जाओ नमाज पढ़ो, ये कहते थे कि इधर वीडियो की दुकान बंद करो, सीडी की दुकान बंद करो, और ये ना ये दाढ़ी माड़ी, बिल्कुल इधर कोई दाढ़ी नहीं काट सकता था.
This is Dilawar Khan. He's heading an anti-Taliban militia, or Lashkar as it's locally called. They chased the Taliban out. Khan and his men didn't have much of a choice.
उस वक्त इधर तालिबान का मरकज़ था हमारे गांव में. हुकूमत की रट इधर बिल्कुल ख़त्म हो चुकी थी, तो उसका हमको ये जवाब था कि आप जब तक तालिबान को नहीं रोकेंगे तो हम आप पर ये गोलियां बरसाते रहेंगे.
It took them 1 year to drive the Taliban out, and they lost over 80 of their fighters so far. Several anti-Taliban militia operate throughout the country's northern border area with Afghanistan. They're supposed to be under police or army supervision, but beyond getting some weapons and modest financial help, they often feel like they're left to fend for themselves. Yet Bashir Bilour, a senior provincial minister, says the Lashkars are indispensable.
Where the Taliban make an attempt, there we have Lashkars, we have so many sources, but still our army is fighting from last 10 years, 8 years, and the NATO forces, which are the superpowers, are involved in that. From last 10 years, they are unable to control these terrorists. Alone, the government can't do it.
At first, the locals welcomed the Taliban, says the Pakistani analyst Syed Irfan Ashraf.
They were thinking that the militants would bring along with themselves a new structure, a new social system, something new for them, because they were already, the local population was already not happy with the state as well, because state was not successful in providing them so many facilities which as a citizen they were demanding. But after 2-3 years, when they realized that the militants probably are more dangerous than the state itself.
But Ashraf doesn't think civilians should be involved in driving them out.
When you are empowering the non-state elements by giving them arms or supporting them to raise in arms, that is another set of militants you are supporting. Now we are observing that in some areas, even some few of the Lashkar elements, they are involved in kidnapping, they are involved in some mafia-like activities. The government should only use civilians for the purpose of gathering information. The state has a proper and trained military, the state has a proper and trained police, paramilitary troops.
But for Khan's men, there's no way back. The Taliban would take over their town again if they stop fighting. In the night, they still attack the homes of the anti-Taliban fighters.
ये इस दीवार से क्रॉस करके फिर उधर लगा, उस दीवार भी क्रॉस किया, फिर तीसरा दीवार भी क्रॉस किया, इधर से मिसाइल आया.
Even attending funerals is not safe for the anti-Taliban fighters. Here 37 people were killed in a suicide attack on a funeral procession for the wife of one of Khan's men. The Taliban also destroyed the only government high school. Khan says the Taliban benefit from the lack of schools and job opportunities.
देखो जी, तालीम तो हर बंदे के लिए, मर्द औरत के लिए उतना ही ज़रूरी होता है जिस तरह सांस की ज़रूरत होती है. अगर तालीम इस इलाके में तालीम होता, लोगों को अच्छी अच्छी नौकरी मिलती, तो ये तालिबान की तरफ लोग राग़िब ना होते. उस बंदे को फिर 15 से लेकर 20,000, 25,000, 30,000 तक तनख्वाह भी मिलता है.
To counter this, Khan wants more support.
तालिबान सिर्फ पाकिस्तान का मसला तो नहीं है, ये तो अमेरिका का भी मसला है और सारी दुनिया का मसला है. तो किसी दूसरे मुल्क के किसी इदारे ने भी हमारे साथ न कोई रब्ता किया, न हमारा कोई मदद किया.
He says providing more schools could have been one way to help out. That may have made a difference for Amar Raza, a 20-year-old cousin of Khan. But for now, he has traded his school books for a machine gun on top of a watchtower.
जब अटैक हुआ था तो वो सामने जो पहाड़ी नजर आ गया, वो माउंटेन, उस साइड से वो रॉकेट वो मिसाइल फायर करते हुए यहाँ पर, उस वक्त हम यहाँ आते इस जगह पर.
The Taliban killed Raza's father, a bank manager in another city, because of his relation to the anti-Taliban militia.
तालिबान का ज़्यादा कंट्रोल था इस इलाके में।
Khan worries about whether fighting the Taliban will become a long-term way of life for his community.
मुस्तकबिल तो उन लोगों के तबाह हो गया है, अब क्या मुस्तकबिल उसके बारे में हम क्या जब सोचते हैं तो कसम से दिल खून के आंसू होते हैं।
On location in Matani Adezai, this is Susanna Koster for Global Post.